Welcome back. Well, we're still harvesting, but I'm going to try and do something like this today for a little bit, and we'll continue harvesting as we go along. Okay, and oh, what happened? What happened? Did I accidentally raise it instead of lowering it? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, so I'll do some of this field creation. Now this field obviously is going to look a bit weird until we get to consume a lot of these trees. I have deleted some of the trees purely because the ones that were going to be very hard to process, so I got rid of those. But we're not going to delete all of them obviously, because we are going to need trees to for our factories and to sell obviously. What, even this tractor's going to struggle up here. So we're going to have fun with all these hills. I don't know how our combine's going to work, but we'll figure it out, I suppose. If it's going to be able to do this harvesting on these hills. Now the beauty with this is that once we have the money and we extend further out into fields, we're going to have a lot of flat land. So if we decide to come out this way with flat land, then with flat land, without purchasing of new land, then we'll have some more to go out that way. Or if I keep to my original thought and go towards the shop, we'll do probably a little bit better that way as far as flatness is concerned. Okay, so well, let's see what's going on. And this way we can sort of keep an eye on our tractor for on our combine and tractor combination for harvesting, but at the same time get this field going. We are going to want to put I was going to say soybeans in it, but I think we're kind of a bit late for that. I'll get a bit of a time lapse going. I think this is probably the easiest way to deal with this. Okay, it's not what I wanted to do, obviously, but come on. Okay, so this truck seems to be struggling on the field. I don't know why. It's acting as if it's muddy or something to that effect, which obviously it isn't. But you can see on this fairly steep type fields, this truck is going to struggle. So I'm going to need to look for a chase wagon. I think that's what they're called. And hopefully we get some money. First of all, we're going to desperately need some money. And doing 3 episodes in the same month does not help me money-wise. I do need to get a much stronger combine. I think we're going to be struggling to deal with the hilly part of this map, and I think my combine is going to start struggling soon. So we're going to need to do something about that. Now I've already emptied that from my last episode. Oops. So we should have about 100,000 liters in our yep. Which is good and bad, obviously. Very good because we're going to make a lot of money when we sell stuff from there. Not so good because obviously, we need bigger equipment. And it's strange to say that because I've got big equipment as it is already. So to start saying, oh, I need bigger equipment, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Now, as you've probably seen, I've sort of tried to stay in between, do this, and at the same time deal with the combine and all that sort of stuff as well. So I'm gonna need to sort of go and start emptying getting rid of some of the bales that are just sort of lazing around. The downside to the whole thing is that every time we do whatever we do, it seems to want to stay on the opposite side of where it needs to be as far as loading and unloading. I always seem to be loading on the where I have to go through the grain, and that's not a good thing. I don't like doing that, but hey, actually I don't think I'll be able to do that. So. Now I'm curious to see if I can unload this. If I can load it that way and unload it, it would be really cool. So let's keep going. Yeah, I think this part over here is the problem because it is so steep. You sort of I didn't realize, but now that you've sort of done this, you can see how steep it is. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely see what happens. I'm gonna have to load my truck on the actual grain itself. I don't like that, but don't know what else I could do. It's just the way it worked out on this particular, the other side that he did. I was lucky enough that it never ever required me to do this, but now it seems to be that I always seem to have to do this, which is not ideal. I mean, the combine's not struggling, so it's not too bad. So it doesn't become a priority. Let's get necessarily a much bigger combine. We'll see how we go with money. If you get enough money, we might look into getting a much bigger combine. If we don't, then we just gonna stick to this particular combine. Okay. Are we having issues? Because it shows me 10,000 liters in the in the trailer, but as you can see, there's actually nothing there. So let's keep going with this. This is going to be a massive field, and I'm going to do massive fields despite the fact that it's so much work. Because let's face it, with big fields, you've got two advantages. One, obviously, you get a lot of crop, but two, you get to the option of actually just let's turn this around, of just putting one big crop or two big crops or three big crops, and then dealing with harvesting, all that sort of stuff in easier way that way. Now it's going to get to a point, if I keep doing these big fields, where we're going to need more than one combine, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. How much is this? Okay. Okay. Now, if any of you have heard what the rules are from Dagwin, did I miss it, or maybe Chainsaw saw it in one of his videos and I missed it? But if any of you have heard, hey, these are the rules as far as this is concerned, especially animals in production. Oh, this is just, I completely destroyed this one, didn't I? Feel free to write it in the comments. I'm really curious to see what the actual rules are. I have not heard anything in the videos where you can't have animals, you can't have animals, you can't have multiple productions, you can't have multiple productions. So I would be very curious to say, hey, these are the rules, this is the regulations type of thing. This is what you can and cannot do. I'm still going from what I've heard in the last series, where the only thing that I heard Dagon say is that he didn't want to do these massive productions, like the full-size productions. So he was going to stick to the smaller productions, which is what I've been currently doing. Now I've got two different types of production. Yeah, is that within the rules, not within the rules? I hope not. I hope that I'm not making a mistake and it isn't within the rules, but I hope it is within the rules. Anyway, I will continue to do all this. I will continue to do the harvesting. Obviously, I'm not going to do a third episode on harvesting. If I don't have anything else to do, I will just do the harvesting and either just show right at the end when the harvesting is done or something like that. So I don't think it's something that you want me to do, do 3 episodes in one. It would be my 4th episode in the same month, which is a bit ridiculous. I've put these lights here so I can actually see where the edge of my my fields are. So I think there's 4 that I've placed, one here, one at the other corner that way, and I can't remember if I actually did another one or not. Okay, now we're gonna have to back it up because we missed a bit. There we are. I really wish that GPS would work. Once you've created the boundaries for the field, I really wish that the GPS would work. GST. That's what we're paying our governments in this country. With the luxury of giving them a lot of money for nothing, which I'm sure that all the people around the world are doing. We work, we give them the money, they spend it, and they don't tell us on what they spend it. They spend it whatever they want. Okay. Anyway, I think this episode's getting long enough, so thank you very much for spending some of your time with me. Have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. God bless you and your family. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.